should put my daughter on the top. These are some past issues of Ciao. And I've got a variety of back issues that I pulled for you. I mean, some gorgeous photography and some gorgeous dishes. And, this is all representing shots that are food that is served in Winnipeg's restaurants. And, this is why I know that people say to me, when I get Ciao, it makes me feel proud to be a Winnipegger. It looks like a fun place to be. I've got 4 chefs coming tomorrow. Let's walk this way. And I've got 4 chefs because our theme is multiculturalism, which, to be fair, is really represented in Ciao magazine every issue, but it's our hook for this issue. And as you can see by our welcome flag, we're starting with Mexico. So what I had to do is get these fabrics ready, get these layouts kind of roughly done, and I'll show you behind the wall of the style. This is my staging area. These are the fabrics on deck for the other spread. Every photo shoot that I do, I obsess over what those fabrics are going to be, and even though I have 1,000 fabrics, I always seem to manage to find another one that needs to be accumulated. But I think it really elevates the whole look of the pages, and ultimately that's what sets a magazine apart from a blog or a single image on a social media post. That's what I love about it. The creativity has a lot more latitude. Okay, we're on. Okay. Hello. We've always had a really good reaction from chefs. They're flattered. It means something to be featured on the pages of Ciao, especially 25 years in. And it's rewarding to know that it matters to them.
No kidding.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're dealing with some chefs that don't speak English, so they have, in one case, it's a daughter who's translating and trying to get recipes from chefs that have learned to cook from their grandmothers, their own mothers, and they just know it intuitively.
All these chefs are from completely different backgrounds. They work in completely different fields than Laurie does. So not everything translates directly well to, an interview. But I think she knows how to work her way around those difficulties and sort of get what she needs to get in a way that's super smooth and doesning seem forced or anything.
I'm your
second check.
Yeah. I have a question about the boat, the khachapuri. How do you get it from the round circle into the boat? Can you demonstrate using a napkin? Yours is nice and round. Did you do like this?
No. Only.
Okay, that's how we are seeing it today.
Running your own, magazine or editorial work, I think you want things, even if you don't know how people are going to receive it or if they're going to follow through and do the recipes, for instance, you still want to have the pride that you're doing the right thing. Even if no one's going to make it, you want to know that you did the work, you got the information, and it could work if someone wanted to do it, holding it up to that standard that you're not going to put in information that's incorrect.
If I said 10, how much chili?
1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon.
Return the call
To
from
the
our...
meat guy?
No. We've got with the CEO of Perfect Pierogies for our
okay.
interview. So
Gotcha. Is that happening?
I'm gonna try. They
Okay.
said there's a window now, so I'm gonna see if we can get what we need.
So yeah, when we originally interviewed the COO, she obviously wasn't with the business from the start. And so when Laurie had talked to the actual owner, he clarified the origin story from his own perspective, which I think shaped it a little bit more and gave it more color. He incorporated some like really unique details about how they got his friend's mother's fingerprint in their die cutter. So all these little details that you don't hear unless you're talking to the source. That's sort of what Laurie got on the phone, and then I was able to put that into the story. The story's done, but it's not, uploaded in the layout yet. We don't have an art director at the moment, so it's sort of figuring out how we're going to get it just from the copy, onto the magazine.
Got the photos from the photo shoot from last week, all laid out. Pretty miraculously. I've been without an art director, and until about an hour ago, at which point I talked to a graphic designer in Alberta, and he is going to take us through the production process. We don't know how long-term the solution will be, but it will get us a magazine to the printer, maybe not this Monday, but next Monday. So we've got one more box checked off. There's still a number of pieces that need to be written, proofread, laid out. I need to sell ads. I need to spend time connecting with clients that wanted me to circle back with them. So I'm hustling to connect with people to sell those outstanding ad pages. So it's still gonna be a lot of juggling. One day can be the difference between having an art director, not having an art director. So I know that's the way a day goes. So tomorrow, maybe I'll have an editor. I'm really sorry that this issue doesn't line up, because I think the theme is sort of like the perfect debuting theme for you. I'm believing it's going to be sooner rather than later. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you too. Thanks for calling back. Okay, thanks, Chris. Bye. That is not what I thought he was going to say or what I wanted to hear. Some days I'm sick of playing the long game, and I want the immediate gratification and the success of bringing on a new client today. That's the piece. So I lost him. Ciao was launched by my husband Brad and me in 1997. Brad was the heart of our company, Fanfare Communications. He launched Fanfare 5 years before I met him, and the name Fanfare revealed his vision for the company, that this brand going to promote and create fanfare for the city he loved. The hardest things about publishing magazines on your own, I think without any partnership, and in my case with the partnership I was in love with and the partner I was in love with, is that it's hard to be self-motivated all the time. It's hard to not be affected by rejection all the time. And so there's those days where all the things that about your profession, but still it would help if you heard that support, you had that support person saying, don't worry about it, and see a solution. And that was one of Brad's superpowers. He had an uncanny ability to be able to see the solution through the problem. The writer who approached me here was a freelancer at the Winnipeg Free Press, and he came across the information from somebody in the community that Ciao was celebrating their 25th anniversary, and he asked if he could tell the story. He thought it was, you know, a celebratory message, and so he came and he talked to me about the business. It was nice to get feedback from some clients. You know, business is tough right now, and I like any business, you want to be able to attract new customers and new clients, and people are attracted to a success story, and there's a success story in here. You know, and we continue to champion the small business community. And my hope was, in hearing what we do, it would help us recover some of that business community back as advertisers on our pages. Coming out of this global pandemic, I feel like I'm working harder than ever to sort of relaunch the magazine, you know, much more difficult circumstances, and return it to its viability. So when I look at these back issues, I don't remember any of the trauma of magazine making. I just, you know, enjoy the result. And so that's I have to keep coming back to that this is what I love about the magazine space.
I got